Heat on the chrome, buy you breath in the night. Street lights bending where the city ignites. Concrete shining like it's working late. Purple dust tripping down 288. Third ward murals, west time a glide. Every block got a rhythm you feel inside. Slow cook pride in the neighborhood air. If you ain't from here, you can't learn that flair. Freeways twist where the night runs deep. Every exit got a memory we keep. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star Heat waves rising off the loop at noon. Old school rides humming one slow tune. Inner walls painted with dreamers fire. Downtown breathing like a live wire choir. Space city mindset, aim high, don't fold. Old heads talking about the days ago. Sunrise glows on refinery lines. Every struggle here sharpens a spine. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's the Lone Star fate. 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 Under moonlit bridges we gather and roar. The streets hum back in language we adore. Built to lift each other when the waters rise. That's Houston heart. No, the sky static than a spark from the late night DJ. Guitars chugging like a freight on the bay. Sunnyside grit, heights at dawn. Every neighborhood thread keeps the legacy strong. H-Town, where the glow runs late, where the hustle hits hard and the people stay great. Wherever I roam, wherever I stray, H-Town pulls me back like a tide in the bay. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's the Lone Star fate. That's the Lone Star fate. That's the Lone Star fate.
Make Jersey Mike's again.
Even when the night slows down and the engines rest, you can feel the city breathing steady in your chest. By your wind carried through the oaks and stone, whispering where you wander, you're never alone. Headlights fade, but the rhythm remains, rolling through the streets like blood through veins. Every story, every scar, every rise and fall, that's the heartbeat underneath it all. And when the dawn lifts up the edge of the sky, you'll see H-Town shining with another try. No matter how far your footsteps roam, this place calls you back with a voice like home. Guitar still ringing in the humid air, drums like thunder saying we're still here. So let the last note hang, let the night unfold, 'cause Houston spirit never grows old. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this great big flat football field, baseball field, basketball court. Take your pick, whichever you prefer. It's all underneath the dome, baby. Welcome to the Go Dome. It is 3 o'clock in the morning here in Hiroshima, Japan. Exactly. I was able to get my live stream started on time. Everything seems to be working well. Audio appears to be working. Didn't have any issues at all. Can't believe it. I woke up at 2 o'clock. I have to admit that I wasn't sure there for a little while I was going to be able to get up and do the game. And for what reason? Well, here's the reason why. I can talk about this a little later to let you know how it went, but I had a couple of days to spend with my brother and my daughter. They just went back a couple of days ago to the U.S., but we spent a couple of days here in Hiroshima together. I got this new shirt from my brother. Well, I say new shirt. It smells like it's been washed instead of in water and perfume. That means my brother has been wearing it. He always has this thing about giving me his secondhand shirts. I mean, it's pretty new. It's in great condition. I see that he removed the drawstrings from the hood. I guess he didn't like them. He just pulled it out. But when he first gave it to me, man, it really smelled like it was bathed in men's cologne. But anyway, I had a pretty good time. We can talk a little bit about that later on, but I was feeling pretty good during that time. I didn't have a ton of energy, but I wasn't in pain or nothing. I mean, I had just a little bit of pain. Still had a cough while they were here, but it wasn't really bad. But after they left, I don't know what triggered it, but I've been having a lot of pain. Last night when I went to bed, I was coughing a lot, lots of pain on this side and in my kidney. I was starting to think that I might not be able to do the game this morning. So I'm glad that I could be here. I'm glad you can join me. We're about to have the kickoff right now, so let's get to it. Here it comes. Is that Noel back to get it? Back from about the 3-yard line. It is Noel. He gets past the 30, the 35, all the way down to the 41-yard line before he goes out of bounds. What a nice return from about the 2-yard line for Noel. And that is where the Texans are going to start, looks like. Stroud comes out. Texans are going to be starting this game off on offense. How nice would it be to start off with a touchdown on the first drive of the game? Stroud is under center, got one man in the backfield. It is Marks, and he will run it to the left side. He gets about 1.5, maybe 2 yards. It seems like I got a couple of comments. Beautiful morning to you, nephew. I see you got a new avatar. Yeah, it's my brother that likes the Frogers. You're right. Sure enough. Sweet sweater and go L's a shoe. That's right. Go Tigers, baby. They got Lane Kiffin now. Maybe they can do something. Ah, I see. Stroud throws it. What a great pass and a catch. Look at that. Collins is off all the way down for a touchdown. Holy freaking cow. Right off the bat. Look at that. Right off the bat, look at that. As soon as I say, man, it'd be nice for them to get a touchdown on this opening drive, Stroud's first pass, you got to see this. I'm going to show you the replay here. Take a look. Collins is crossing over. Look at that perfect pass. Just needled it in there to Collins, right between a couple of guys. Man, that was a beautiful pass. 6-0 Texans, just like that. Holy freaking cow. That's the way to start right there on offense, baby. We're cooking with gas already. Here comes Fairbairn's extra point attempt. It's good. 7-0 Texans. First quarter, we're up 7-0. 14 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Stroud with a perfect spiral pass to Collins, who was full speed on that catch. Didn't have to slow down at all to get that. It was perfectly placed. Wow. That's the way to start right there. That's the way to start. Let me jump back over here right quick and take a look at the... Hey, Susan, good to see you. Way to go, Texans. Absolutely. That's the way you start a game right there. Ah, okay. Just made a new account on my other phone. My other phone broke the screen. Oh, that's too bad. Are you going to get it fixed or just go with what you got? Wow. So nice. How many viewers do we have at the moment? Let me check out the... Oh, we got about 9, looks like. Is that actually right? Let me double check and make sure that my script is running. Yeah, it says we got 9. About 9 people watching at the moment. Thanks for being here. Really glad to see you. Nico is a beast. You're right, Brendan. Good to see you. Welcome in. I feel like every time there's a nice pass play, it involves Nico Collins. For those of you who were here last week and you heard a little bit of my my friend Danny's commentary, he had some funny things to say, and I laughed at him because I don't know what he was looking at, but he was like, I don't understand what's so great about the defense. They look, like a standard defense to me. I don't see anything special. I was like, bro, are you not looking at the stats? Pretty interesting. Worst game of Patrick Mahomes' career, but he basically thought that the reason that he had such a bad game was because of a combination of it was mostly because of the receivers not catching the ball. "11 catches of 50 yards or more by Nico Collins since 2023. An NFL leader right there, baby. I'd like to see that. All right. Care Bear is kicking the ball off. Line drive over to the right side, all the way down to the goal line. Here comes the return. Boom! What a big hit! The returner was crushed, and that ball just popped out of there. This game is looking, oh my gosh, it's looking great. Take a look at this. Brooks, boom, baby. Hill on the hit, man. Look at that. Boom, right in there. Right into the hands of the Texans. Wow. Shroud's going to come right back out onto the field. Texans defense isn't even going to need to come on the field. Special teams getting it done. 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line. When he marks right up the middle, big gain, 12 freaking yards right through the hole. Man, the Texans are playing this game like freaking Super Bowl champs right now. That's what it's looking like to me. Wow, this is exciting. Big hole right up the middle for Woody there. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line of the Cardinals. Texans already up 7-0. Here's a handoff on the right side. Marks doesn't have anywhere to go, and he's going to lose a few yards. First good stop by the Cardinals there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's okay. No big deal. I mean, all of my views are down right now, nephew. My after I started doing NBA games, the Rockets and the Texans NFL games. 2nd and 2 Stroud in the shotgun. He's got marks on the left side. Looks around, doesn't have anybody. He's going to have to roll out at the right side, and he throws it away. He had to rush out of there and just decided to throw it away. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Texans, man, once again, I'll say, how nice would it be to go ahead and get another touchdown right here? Settling for a field goal. I don't want them to settle, man. I want them to get a freaking another 6 points. Can you imagine? Barely 13 minutes left, or just less than 13 minutes left in the game, and being up by 14. In the first quarter, that is. Not in the game. What am I thinking about? Shotgun, 3rd and 12. Stroud goes forward, and he's going to get taken down. He gets like maybe half a yard or 1 yard. Nothing doing there. Terrible protection on the offensive line. 4th and 11. Fairbairn, I'm sure, will come out and kick a Care Bear goal. Care Bear field goal. Yeah, nothing doing there. 4-man rush. 30-yard attempt for Fairbairn. Come on, Care Bear. Here it comes. And right up the middle. Perfect. 10-0. Texans up by 10, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So we got one great big play on offense. And then we got the great special teams play. Texans have 69 total yards, 57 passing and 12 rushing. They're averaging 11.5 yards per play with 2 first downs. So they are 0 for 1 on 3rd, and that's no good. The Cardinals don't have any stats on offense yet. They haven't even had a chance to bring their offensive line out. So let's take a look at the live chat. I appreciate you. Hey, Susan, thank you so much. Good to see you here. Yeah, and you know what? You and your husband, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you're having great holidays. And if I don't get to say so later on, have a wonderful Christmas. I'm glad to see you here as well. Thank you so much about the health. It's been it's like a roller coaster for me. And 1 second. Pardon me. That's that cough that I've been trying to get rid of. Today after the game, if the game ends around 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. my time, I'll have a little bit of time to get some rest, or maybe have some miso soup, just a light breakfast. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm going over to a clinic because I'm going to try to get some cough medicine and hopefully some pain medication, because I've been having so much pain in my kidney area and in my lungs and my chest. So it's been a struggle, but thank you so much for your prayers and well wishes. And as long as I can stream, as long as I'm able to stream, I'll be here. Alfie says Toro's getting inducted into the Mascot Hall of Fame tonight at halftime. Are you serious? That didn't take very long. Are there any mascots that have been around for a longer period of time that are not in the Mascot Hall of Fame? Yeah, it could be. It could be 14-0 already. But at least, I mean, 10-0 is still great. Here comes the kickoff from Care Bear. This one in the end zone, and he drops it. He picks it up and he runs forward. And the Texans are going to take him down just around the 21-yard line. That was hilarious, man. The Cardinals are just looking like Keystone Cops right now. Look at this muffed catch. Right off his face mask. I think the Cardinals are scared. You know, the videos I posted were meant for humor, but there's some truth mixed in there, you know. They're scared. Jacoby Brissett under center, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for the Cards. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. He runs into his own man in the backfield. Texans are chasing him, and he loses several yards. Maybe 3-yard loss. He tried to run out to the side and get around the wing, and Stingley cut him off. Tommy likey. Tommy wants Saki. Yeah, Cardinals fans. But you know what? Being a Houston fan, we know how it feels, so I don't have any pity for them. Brissett fires over to the right side. Out of bounds. 3rd and 12. Come on, let's shut him down right here. Rushed Brissett there. He had to make a throw that he didn't really want to make. But he didn't have much of a choice. Maybe Hunter or Williams can get to him on this play. How awesome would that be? Big sack, maybe a fumble, return for a touchdown. Let's get 6. Come on. 3rd and 12. Here's the snap. He throws on the right side. It's complete, and they get him in the backfield. It's another loss. That was nice. Beautiful. Swarm defense, baby. Swarm defense. Don't let them get anywhere. So it looks like the Cardinals now have negative yards. 4th and 17. They go backwards 7 yards. Is that Hack? He gets the punt away. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 45-yard line of the Texans, maybe? Oh, they're going to mark it out at the 49. Excellent field positions. The Texans have a chance to put 7 more on the board. How about trying to get a 17-point first quarter, maybe more? Man, this game is going the Texans' way so far, I'll tell you that much. Appreciate you all being here. We got about 17 watching right now. It's still a very low number, but a lot better than what I'm getting on the Rockets live streams currently. Did have a game the other day. They went up pretty good. But views and support for the Rockets and the Texans on my channel just hasn't been anything near what it was during the Astros season. Let's see here. If they win this, will end a special day for Toro. Yep. Do you have a message for Toro on this special night? He's been with the Texans since 2001. Do I have a message for Toro? Okay, I can tell him in Japanese 2 things. First of all, omedetou gozaimasu, which means congratulations. It's a very formal congratulations in Japanese. And also, otsukaresama deshita. Otsukaresama deshita. Otsukaresama deshita. It just means thank you for your hard work. So congratulations and thank you for your hard work. Omedetou gozaimasu. Soste otsukaresama deshita. So how many other people will give Toro a congratulatory message in Japanese? Probably I'm the only one today. So it's a special message, I guess you could say. Any other scores happening around the league right now? Right now, the Texans have more points on the board than any of the other teams, any of the other games that are going right now. Nobody has as many points as the Texans do. I see some 7-0 games, but that's it. Oh man, the Cardinals have some more bad luck on that tackle right there. Knight is taken out of the game. He had to be carted off to the locker room. For Cardinals. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Cardinals, actually. Stroud's back, throws a short pass to Woody Marks. Picks up about 9. Close to a first down. Wow. They basically got 7 players out right now because of injury. Starting to mimic the Astros. 2nd and 2. Hand off to Marks to the right side. He's able to poke his way through and pick up about 4. That'll be a first down. Nice. It'd be really cool if Marks could get at least 4 yards. Oh, he's not getting up. That's not good. There's also a Cardinal down, too. 2 players down, including Woody Marks. Man, commercial break, injury timeout. Don't like to see that. Hey, Brutus, good to see you. Go Texans, indeed. Indeedly doodly. Anything else going on in the NFL right now? Let's take a quick look. Let's see. 3-0. Commanders. I hate that name. Over the Giants. Eagles over the Raiders 7-0. The Chiefs over the Chargers right now 7-0. Jaguars leading the Jets 14-0. Man, what is it with the Jaguars winning all these games, you know? Ridiculous. The Patriots are beating the Bills 7-0. Everything else is straight up zeros. Just wait on a commercial. Long commercial. Injury timeout for those of you who are wondering. Woody Marks was down, and a player for the Cardinals was down. That's the second player for the Cardinals that has gone down this game already. The first one got carted off to the locker room. Simon was the injured player for the Cardinals. Both he and Marks are out of the game. Stroud is under center. He's got one man in the backfield. He's going to roll out to the left and go over to, looks like Schultz. Schultz picks up almost 10 yards on that nice rollout. Good play call there. I like it. Here they're showing the play where Marks kind of got his ankle kind of rolled up a little bit. Yeah, look at him. Look on his face. He felt that. Both of the players, though, were able to get up and walk it off, so hopefully they're all right, especially Marks. Hand it off to Jordan. Doesn't quite get the first down. It's going to be third and about 1. 10-0 Texans. This is an important third down. Only need 1 touchdown. I'm sorry, 1 yard. Move that ball closer to the end zone, get that touchdown. Stroud is going to go right up the middle himself. Nice. He picks up about 4 yards. Good rush forward. They lined up like they were going to hand it off, and instead Stroud went straight through. First and 10, baby. Ball on the 25-yard line. Marks is back in the backfield. That's good. From the 20.5-yard line. Fake handoff. Stroud looking for someone to throw it to. He rolls out to the right side. Goes downfield into the end zone. He got his man, Schultz. But is he in bounds? They're going to say he's out of bounds. That was not a bad throw. And they're going to call pass interference on the defense. He just barely had his foot out. Good catch by Schultz. Not a bad throw by Stroud. But with the penalty, that's going to move them even closer. Yeah, he just ran down there and pushed him right in the helmet, too. Yeah, that was an easy call for the refs. First and goal. Still the first quarter. Texans with an opportunity here. We're going to get 6. I can feel it. Stroud lines up in the shotgun. Marks to the right. Man in motion. He hands off to Marks. Marks right up the middle. Gets stuffed. Not going anywhere there. Swift running back number 4. Who is the Swift running back number 4? Good to see you too, boss. Need to be getting red zone TDs against a team like Arizona. That's true. Got to get them. Big opportunities like this. Good field position. Turnovers. No excuse. Got to be getting those TDs. They try another run up the middle, and they're stuffed again. Third and goal with just less than 2 yards to go. Come on, Texans. Don't do this again. How many times do I have to see them at the goal line and get stuffed, and they kick a field goal? Or go for it and not get it? I got to get it. You're absolutely right, Brutus. If we can't do it against the Cardinals right now, it's going to be difficult to do in the playoffs. Stroud under center. Ball is hiked straight back to Marks, who dives in the end zone. Holy cow. What a trick. That was a trick play, but man, the snap was kind of crazy. It was snapped directly back to Marks. Take a look. He thought it was a freaking fumble. But Marks scooped it off the grass and went straight into the end zone and dove right in. Man, Woody Marks, you are some kind of special, bro. 17-0 with this extra point, and Care Bear hits it. 17-zip in the first quarter. Superman right there, man. Look at him getting it done. I love that he has number 27. TD Texans, there we go. Absolutely. You're right, Bruce. Absolutely. 17-0. Nicely done, Texans. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's still 6 minutes left. Texans might be able to score again. Might be able to score again in the first quarter. Is this going to be one of those games where halftime comes and Stroud can just go out and Mills can come in? Not because of necessity, but because they don't need him. Maybe the Texans will score 40 points in the first half. I think I picked 27 points. 27-13 is what I guessed for this game. I know some people picked much higher. They picked in the 30s. Even a couple people picked the Texans would score 40, but until I actually see them do that, even against a team like the Cardinals, I'm not going to believe that they'll do it. They got to show me something, mister. Brennan says the Jags are terrible. Let the Jets get a TD. Nice. I think we get the first seed. Well, it sure would be nice. If the Jags lose, that's the perfect scenario. But if they win, then we're gonna have to have some kind of we got some kind of tiebreaker thing scenario or something like that. Franchise record for the Texans. Most points in a quarter for the Texans in their history. Crazy. Line drive kick by Care Bear all the way down to the 1 yard line. It's being returned. He gets out to about the 23 before being taken down. Nico Collins pass from Stroud. Fumble recovery there on the kickoff. Field goal by Care Bear. Care Bear. And a touchdown by Marks. That's where we're at right now, 17-0. Reset under center, got one man in the backfield. He's going to keep it. Looking for man to throw. He's got a man on the wing, wide open. Picks up about 7. 2nd and 3. From their own 37-yard line. Or they're calling it 2nd and 2, but it's a long 2. 2.5 at least. Hands it off on the right side, and he's going to have it. Picks up the first down at about 5 extra yards. About an 8-yard gain. 7.5 to 8-yard gain there. First down, that's the first positive, or rather, not the first positive yardage, but the first down for the Cardinals. I think with that play, they actually managed to finally get into positive yards. They've got 1. 1 total yards gained. Reset under center, got a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. No, he fakes it. Goes over to the right side. He's got his man, but he gets nothing. Maybe half a yard. Brown with the catch. Taken down immediately. Texans were all over that. Got about 26 people watching right now. Make sure you like the live stream. Drop some comments in the live chat if you don't mind. Giving the old thumbs up really helps out the channel. 2nd and 9. Brissett fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it over the left side, and they have a lot more success there. He runs it all the way down to about the 39-yard line of the Texans. Big gain, 1st down and a lot more. Too soft there, the Texans on the left side. One key block opened it up for him. Trey McBride with that reception. Handoff right up the middle. Wow, nice, pretty nice run. Again, too soft on the defense. He picks up about 8. Second and 2 for the Cardinals. On about the Texans' 31-yard line. Come on now, shut this down. Got to hold them to no more than a field goal attempt. This is the part of our game that is supposed to be the best, that is the best. 2nd and 2 in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff, looking for the pass. Throws it over the right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Incomplete. He was looking for DeMercado. That was really, really dangerously close to being picked off. 3rd down and 2. Probably going to try to run it right up the middle. If they don't get it, they'll kick it. Kick a field goal. The Cardinals call a timeout there. Just as they're running out of time on the play clock, so we'll have a short break. "30 people watching. Nice. Thanks for being here. Drop the old thumbs up on the live stream if you don't mind. We've only got 12 likes right now. Let's check that up a little bit. Third down and 2 for the Cardinals. Got about 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And it looks like the Texans are going to give up a 1st down. Handoff right up the middle. He gets just enough for it. Gets about 3 yards. All he needed was 2. 1st down at the Texans' 29-yard line. 28 maybe. First and 10. Brissett under center, 1 man in the backfield. Some kind of audible. 15 seconds on the play clock. Hands it off. Right up the middle. Whoa, that might be a face mask. He gets about 6 yards. I didn't see a flag. Somebody spun him around with a face mask grab. Take a look at this. How could the officials not see that? The guy with the ball going right up the middle, it was obvious and they didn't call it. Texans dodge that one. 2nd and 5. Man in the backfield. Brissett goes over to the right side. Little block, and he gets just far enough for a 1st down. Down to the 18-yard line of the Texans, 1st and 10. Jags 14-7 after 1. The Texans need some help from the Jets to upset. Yeah, you're right about that. Definitely need the Jets to win. That would be a huge help. 7 seconds on the play clock. 1 man in the backfield, 1st and 10. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff. Brissett's going to throw it. Goes all the way to the end zone, got his man, and he's tackled at the 2-yard line. Trey McBride again comes up. I guess every time McBride catches the ball, he comes up yelling. Every single time this guy comes up with a catch, he comes up yelling. It's a little annoying. 1st and goal from the 2 for the Cardinals. Can the Texans set up a wall and force them to kick a field goal? Man, so the special teams and offense looking really good today. Texans let the Cardinals march all the way down the field from their own 23-yard line. And there's a timeout. 61 yards. No, I'm sorry. It's been more than that. It's been about 72 or 73 yards on this drive for the Cardinals. Twice the amount of passing yards. 4.7 yards per play is what they're averaging in the game right now, and that includes their first drive for negative 13 yards. 1 second. I'm so tired of dropping those coughs, man. The coughs just, I haven't been able to get rid of this cough for 2 months. I had this cough last year for several months, and it was just so bad, so persistent. I didn't know what to do. I tried several over-the-counter medications. Nothing helped. I couldn't get better. Went to a clinic, didn't get better. Went to the emergency room of the hospital because I just couldn't take it anymore. There was a young doctor there, gave me something. I wasn't sure that it was going to work. Some kind of powdered medication. And it knocked it out in less than 2 weeks. I mean, the effects were, I could feel the effects within just a couple of days. Within a week, I was like, this is amazing. And within 2 weeks, it was completely better. I was completely better. All of the congestion, the coughing and everything was gone. This cough is just like what I had last year. So I'm hoping if I show the doctor at the clinic later on what kind of medicine I had last year and that this is the same type of cough, maybe he'll give me the same medicine. I'm hoping so, because it really is just unbearable for me right now, because I'm already in pain. And all the coughing just makes it so much worse. DJ Moore, touchdown for the Bears. Good for the Bears. Bart says, I've seen dozens of players jump up yelling both sides of the ball. I don't think you've seen dozens of players jump up yelling on both sides of the ball already. Dozens? I mean, that's a lot of players. There are only 22 on the field, you know. Throw to the right side. He catches it, but they knock him down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Brown doesn't get in the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 2. McBride for the Cardinals. He's only made a couple of catches, but both times he comes up yelling really loud. It's ridiculous. You know, they're losing 17-0, and they're stuffed again at the line of scrimmage on the run up the middle. It's 3rd and goal from the 2. If your team is down by 17-0 and you've made 2 catches and you come up yelling like you just made a huge play that matters, you know, a lot, that's just silly. That's what I'm talking about. I think you need to kind of read into the situation a little bit to understand what I'm getting at there. 3rd and goal. 10 seconds on the play clock. Brissett sends some men over to the left side. He's got one man in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. The rush is there. He's got a man. It's a touchdown. Of course, it's McBride. It would be McBride. They got to the quarterback really fast, but not fast enough. No coverage at all right there. Clark totally blew his coverage. Wide open on the cut across. Nobody there to cover it. Big opportunity to stop them from scoring a touchdown, and they couldn't come up with it. And here's the extra point attempt, and it is good. 17-7. Second quarter. $13:41 left in the second quarter. Texans up by 10. Let's see here. I got you, Bart. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm just talking about in this game. It's like every single time. McBride has only caught a couple of balls, and then he just caught that touchdown. But he catches a ball, he gets tackled, he comes right up yelling like at the top of his lungs, like, ah, like he's turning into the Hulk or something. And then the second time he did the same thing. It's like, dude, you're catching the ball, you get a first down. Great, good for you. But you didn't just win the game. You know, it's not like the fourth quarter with just 5 minutes left and you're making a comeback or anything. You know, it's too much for the situation. You know what I'm saying? Too much for the situation. Let's see here. Let's take a quick look at the NFL scoreboard. I want to read off some scores here to see what we got. Obviously, in the top left, we have this game, which is the Texans 17, Cardinals 7. Anything else going on? Current games, Browns and Bears. Bears up 14-0 at the start of the second quarter. No score in the second quarter with the Ravens and the Bengals. 13 minutes left in the second quarter. The Chiefs over the Chargers 7-3. Patriots over the Bills 14-0 in the second quarter. 10.5 left there. The Commanders 10-0 over the Giants. 12:56 left in the second. And the Eagles over the Raiders 10-0 in the second with 11:52 left. The Jets are just really dropping the ball against the Jaguars. 11.5 left in the second. Jaguars are up 21-7. Absolute nonsense right there. That's what you call that. Kickoff coming up in just a second. My guess is Noel will be back to receive. And here it comes. All the way out of the back of the end zone. No chance to return it. That touchdown ball that Trey McBride just caught, the guy that's been yelling that I was talking about, he wanted the ball. He took the ball and they locked it up. They're going to keep it for him. Ninth touchdown of the season, and they made a really big deal out of it. Stroud up the middle and first down. Holy freaking cow to Collins, and he's still going all the way down to about the 37-yard line on 1st and 10. Man, another breakout pass play to Collins. Good timing there. Way to get open by Collins and perfect pass by Stroud. Look at that. all the way down to the 37 of the Cardinals. Man, talk about going right back at them, just punch them in the teeth. Are you kidding me? Now they're called. There's a late flag. They say there was illegal formation on the Texans. They threw that flag late, and that comes off the board. The Texans go right back to where they were. How ridiculous is that? They are arguing now with the officials because they're saying the guy did report. The ref said he didn't report, but he's saying he did report. So he's really angry about that. Coach is arguing about it. 1st and 15 from their own 30-yard line. Stroud passes it up the middle. It's caught. Another big play. Not quite as big as before, but that'll work. Hutchinson with the reception. Picks up about 17 yards. Ball at their own 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Hands it off. Woody marks up the middle. It's got some room. Picks up almost 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everyone's trying to get highlight reels, Bart says. Seems infectious. I'm annoyed about 75% of it. Oh, yeah. That's, I agree with you. I think the celebration should be appropriate, but the constant celebrations is like the total opposite of college. You know, in college, they celebrate and they get penalized. In the NFL, it's like that's the main thing that they want to do is celebrate. It's so ridiculous. It's one is too extreme one direction and one is too extreme the other direction. It's nonsense, total nonsense. I found you in search because I got tired of that other guy that yells constantly. I like how you want to talk, not just call for comments about nothing. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't like listening to him either because he only has one mode when he talks, and that's yelling. Even about the simplest of things. Marks on the left side. The handoff picks up about 4, but there's a flag. Maybe offsides. Baker got around there real fast. No, of course, it's holding against the Texans. 5 yards, still 1st down. Calls against Ursery. Backs it up to the Texans' 49-yard line. Yeah, he's holding by the shoulder pad right there. How do they miss a face mask, but they see that? You know, I wonder. Kind of crazy. Marks gets the handoff, goes up the middle, doesn't get much, maybe 2 yards. But I appreciate you being here, Bartz. Thanks for coming in. There are a couple of things that I try to do on this channel. I do the Rockets, the Astros as well. The only difference is that the NBA is very strict with their copyright stuff, so they gave me a strike on my channel a while back when I first started doing the Rockets games. So I had to be more careful about how I do the Rockets games, and it's really hurt my channel. Throw over to the right side, wide open. Is that Hutchinson? No, Higgins. My bad. Higgins is 81. Down to the 43-yard line of the Cards. 1st down. Why does it say 3rd and 14? Is it? Did he drop the ball? Did I miss something? What did I miss? 3rd and 14? No, they got those big penalties. That's right. Stroud rolls out to the right side. He doesn't have it. He's going to have to run. He picks up a few yards, but not too much. They're going to have to punt the ball away right here. 4th and 8. Why not go for it? This is unfortunate. They got out to a 17-point lead, and now they're giving the Cardinals an opportunity to get right back in the game with this failure to move the ball down the field. A fake call by the referees saying that one of the Texans players didn't check in. Oh, they're going to go for the field goal. 55-yard attempt for Fairbairn. It's moving around. Looks good. Nice. 55 yards for Care Bear. 20-7. Texans get another 3 points on the board. 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. Good job, fella. That ball was moving all over the place when it was going through the air, but it managed to find its way across the crossbar. That's what I like to see. But yeah, Bart's, like what you were saying, when I first started doing the Texans games this year, I was looking for some commentators on YouTube, not for play-by-play really, but just for commentary and to hear what people have to say. I was, I when I started the year off, I didn't know the team really at all. I knew a couple of names of some of the players, but I didn't really know the team very well at all. I mean, not at all. The reason is because a long time ago, when I was a kid, I was an Oilers fan. And whenever the Oilers left Houston, it really broke my heart. I just got really angry with NFL, and I didn't want to watch it anymore. Whenever the Texans first were established, 1 second, please. Anyway, like I was saying, whenever the Texans were first established, I wasn't interested. I didn't care because I was still so hurt about the Oilers. And for years after that, it was basically like, if the Texans do well, I wish them the best. And if they do well, they get to the playoffs. I hope they do well. If they get to the Super Bowl, then I'll watch. That's kind of the way I felt about NFL and the Texans. But when I started doing the Astros live streams last year, this year, it spilled over into NBA and NFL. And that was mainly because I realized that with my health condition, I needed to keep doing something that provided some type of income. And with the baseball season over, there were no games to do, So I decided to, you know what? I'll go ahead and jump on the Rockets and jump on the Texans. And when I started watching some of these commentators, there was one particular guy, and I'm sure it's the guy you're talking about. He only has one volume on his voice. It's just yelling the whole time, even when he's talking about the simplest of things. It doesn't matter what he's talking about, even all the way through halftime. Just very, very loud. Even on his commentary, if he's not doing the play-by-play calls, commentary and everything is loud. I just can't take that guy. But I do my best to provide as much value as I can here. The highlights and clips that I can show. The scoreboard that you see on the screen and all of that, I made myself with AI's help to do coding. Here's the kickoff. Line drive on the left side down to the 4-yard line. He brings it out to about the 29, gets hit hard twice. And that is where the Cardinals will start from their own 29. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if that guy got up slowly or not at all after getting hit twice like that. Hey, Brendan. Yeah, well, definitely a lot more than usual. Not nearly as many as the Astros games. But, it's getting there. You're right, though. So it's an improvement. I appreciate you all being here. I had to get up early. I'm in Japan, by the way. Parts. I don't know if you know that. I'm in Hiroshima, Japan. It's 4 o'clock in the morning right now. Brissett drops back. He's going to fire down the middle. He's got his man. He's taken down immediately after about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Warren with the Colts had 3 receptions against the Texans. Travis Kelce only had 1. Just 1. Nice stuff right there. Brissett from the shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He hands it off right up the middle. And they shut him down after about a gain of 3. 3rd down and about 4. Bart says, I'm glad you did it. That's the guy even on midweek updates. Yeah. Actually, it was his updates and just regular commentary in the middle of the week on a regular day that really turned me off. I was like, does this guy seriously talk like this the whole time, 100% of the time? And he does. But look at the amount of views. That's what gets me. It really makes me feel sad because I feel like more people should be here. Nice. Brissett throws it over the left side, way out of bounds. I know he wasn't throwing it away. But now it's 4th and 3, so it looks like the Cardinals are going to punt it. I'm not sure what was going on. Wilson was over there on the left side. Brissett trying to get it over there, but man, it sailed out of bounds. It looked like a throwaway, but it was just a bad pass, a really bad pass. 15 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap, and here comes the punt. All the way down to about the 7-yard line, and is brought back to almost the 20. That's a really good kick. But he got about 13 on the return. I'm not going to complain about that after a really good kick. Texans have about 80 yards to go, maybe 79. It is 20-7 with 7.5 to go before halftime. Texans, Cardinals. Welcome to the Go Dome. Hope everyone is having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. It is still dark outside here. I am in Hiroshima, Japan. For those of you who do not know that, I live stream and call play-by-play for the Houston Astros, the Houston Texans, and the Houston Rockets. If you can enjoy, if you're interested in one or two or all of those teams, then I appreciate you joining. Hit that subscribe button. I am I'm not working here in Japan. I'm here on a medical visa. I occasionally go to the hospital to see my doctor. My doctor says that my prognosis is not good. I'd like to think that I can find a way to beat my condition. But I have been in a lot of pain recently and dealing with a persistent cough. I'm going to try to get that cough taken care of today, though. Hopefully that'll get worked out. It really increases my quality of life by eliminating this cough and the congestion. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who've been really sick with a long illness, or you have a family member who has had to deal with a long illness, you can probably understand how difficult it is. But we'll see how it goes. I stay at home. I write on my book. I'm writing a book. And I call these games. So I do appreciate your support. Whether it's liking, comments, sharing, donations, all of those things are greatly appreciated. Or it says, I see the smiling lady. I respect your screwed up sleep schedule. Mine is bad too. Yeah, you're talking about my my Japanese girl on the screen with the Texans jersey. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I actually made that with AI, and I love it. I think it's a great picture, but she's very cute. Got the little Texans logo on her cheek. Got the cool jersey on. First down, handed off right at the middle. Marks goes absolutely nowhere. They whistle it dead, but he kind of goes down to the ground. No, that's not Marks. That was Jordan. Marks is on the sideline taking a rest. Yeah, he's having an issue, it looks like, with his knee. Marks. So Jordan is in the game right now. 2nd and 10. Stroud is 5 for 6 with 94 yards and a touchdown. He drops back. He's got a man on the right side. It's Schultz, and he picks up about 5 yards. Maybe 4. Oh, it is the ankle, not the knee. See, that's what I heard earlier. I heard ankle earlier, and then somebody just now said something about his knee, but it is the ankle, and he is questionable for a return this game. I'm not so sure that they should be letting him run right up the middle, though. He's just not that type of guy. Stroud drops back. He's got somebody right in the middle. It's Schultz again. Wide open for the first down. Beautiful pass. Schultz did a good job there, getting himself wide open in the middle of the field. Let's take a look at how he got there, down to the 41-yard line. All he had to do is run right over there and stop. Easy peasy Japanesey. Good toss by Stroud, seeing him and burning it right over. Nice spiral. He's been targeted 3 times, made all 3 catches. 1st and 10. Handoff to Jordan. He gets taken down after 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Yeah, you know, I will tell you this, Bart's. My sleep schedule for the Texans game is not a big deal because they only play once a week, you know, and not all of their games are noon games. You know, for me, it's 3 in the morning when they start. They're noon games, but they have some evening games, and for me, those games are pretty easy. Start later in the morning, no problem. It's the Astros schedule that really is brutal. Stover with the catch. Picks up about 11 on first down. Another 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Jordan, and then a throw over on the wing. That was a nice rolling throw by Stroud. That's not an easy throw. It's a simple throw, but it's not an easy throw. 1st and 10 from the 48. Jordan right up the middle, picks up. Oh, he got stopped and then was able to push forward to get a few yards. That's not bad. 4-yard pickup on what looked like it was going to be a stand-up at the goal line. Not the goal line. Oh, my gosh. At the line of scrimmage is what I meant to say. You got to forgive me. It is 4 a.m. 2nd and 6. 4:13. No, 3.5 left in the 4th quarter. Stroud drops back. He has to roll out to the side. Whoa, how did he needle that in there? Schultz catches it. That ball went right between 2 Cardinals. How in the world did that throw get in there? Stroud was being chased out of the pocket. Look at that throw. Holy cow, that was a perfect throw. Man, look at that. That couldn't have been more perfect, and he was on the run from a guy in the pocket. That was pro level right there. It's almost like he's an NFL quarterback. Down to the 28-yard line of the Cardinals. From the shotgun, Stroud drops back. He throws it over the right side. He's got his man wide open. It's going to be another first down. Picks up about 20 yards. Inside the 10-yard line now. The Texans are moving the ball, no problem. turns around and he's like, oh, hey, there's nobody there. A little bit of a face mask there at the end. They could have gotten another call. Ogunbowale. Everybody, I'm getting some passes from Stroud right now. Ball at the 12-yard line of the Cards. At the 10-yard line, my bad. First and goal. Stroud rolls out to the right side. He's got a man. Schultz down to the 4. No, that's not Schultz. That's Stover. I thought that was Schultz. Man, when Schultz and Stover are both on the field moving around at the same time, I get confused. It's kind of like mixing up Higgins, Hutchinson, and 1 second. Higgins, Hutchinson, and Collins is what I was trying to say before I started coughing. 2 minutes left. 2-minute warning. Timeout right now. It's 20-7 Texans right before halftime. It looks like we're going to be able to get another touchdown here. A little bit of a commercial. Schultz is a workhorse. Yes, he is. You know who Schultz reminds me of right now? His position and his performance on the Texans reminds me of a Dallas Cowboy player from a while back. Can you guess of who I'm thinking? I think probably several of you will know who I'm talking about. I wonder if you can guess without me saying. As soon as it gets to be halftime, I'm going to put the NFL scoreboard on the screen and go heat up some more water. I need something hot to drink. My drink is gone. The hot drinks really do help to relieve the cough. It's just right here, you know, the feeling is right here. Right at the base of my throat, my neck, right above the collarbone there. If I push in, triggers the cough. Jason Witten. A pretty good guess right there. All right, we're back. Stroud in the shotgun, 2nd and goal from about the 4. He looks, rolls out to his left, doesn't have anybody. He's getting chased. He throws it away out of the back of the end zone, doesn't have anybody. He did a pretty good job of moving around there and trying to find somebody. And avoiding the sack. Yeah, he wasn't very happy about that result. I feel like the receivers were not running full speed to try to get open. They were just kind of jogging around, moving directions, changing directions. Snap from the shotgun. Stroud throws it to the left side. It's a fade. Collins was his target. Couldn't bring it in, and now 4th and goal. Terrible play call right there, in my opinion. I wouldn't say that the pass was bad. I just think it was a bad play call. I think we could have made a better play call. Now they're lined up for the field goal. Care Bear's getting his workout today, isn't he? There's the kick. It's up and good. 23-7. 144 left in the second quarter. Let's take a look at the game stats right now. Total yards for the Texans, 212. Man, if they double that, they're going to have over 400 total yards in the game. 71 for the Cardinals. Passing yards, 163 for the Texans. Holy freaking cow. 46 for the Cardinals. 49 rushing yards for the Texans. 25 for the Cardinals. Yards per play, Texans 6.8, Cards 3.7. 12 first downs in the first half for the Texans and 6 for the Cardinals. 50% third down efficiency for both teams. No sacks so far. Kind of surprised to see that. 2 punts for the Cardinals, none for the Texans. Penalties are kind of low, so that's good. That's really good. Texans need to continue improving in that area. 1 fumble lost for the Cardinals. And here comes the kickoff. Line drive shot right down the middle. Fielded about the 5-yard line. 25, 28, 29-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will start. Looks like there is another injured player down for the Cardinals. Yeah, he's been down there for a while. Man. Card's coming out again. Second guy to be carted off in the first half. This is where they're trying to see what happened. Kind of difficult to see. Just looked like a standard tackle down to the ground. Didn't see anything significant there. But Chile, the kick returner, is the one who's down. And it looks like they're going to take a commercial break. Man. Feel like I'm watching the Astros. Man, so ridiculous. Hey, Patrick, howdy to you too. Good to see you. They're still trying to get him off the field. Man, both teams are way out on the field, just kneeling down, waiting for this guy to get carted off. Look at that. Man, what in the world is going on? They're going to go to another commercial break. Have you ever seen this? Holy cow, man. It looks like they're working on the guy out there. I hope it's not something more severe than just a break would be terrible. But they're taking so long out there. It kind of has me worried. I don't know what's going on. Wow. I was just about to remind everyone to like the live stream, but it feels kind of weird to be asking for that right now. The guy's injured. He's down. He's still down. Looks really bad. Anyway, like the live stream. Doesn't it seem weird? Rusty says not good. Means they're taking extra precautions for a head and neck injury. Yeah, but you know, I often think about how there's rarely a player to go down with like a heart issue or something like that. I've seen some clips of like soccer players, I think, go down with stuff like that. And that's scary stuff right there. That's really scary stuff. I mean, I can't play sports anymore. You're talking to a guy that grew up playing sports, and I played everything. And even after I grew up, I continued to play sports. I took Taekwondo and continued to play basketball, baseball. I was playing baseball in Tokyo, and continued to play basketball with my friends here in Japan. And when I was teaching at a school here, middle school, I'd go out and play sports with the kids: basketball, volleyball, baseball, basketball, table tennis, you name it. You know, there's so many club activities at the school, and I would play all of them with the kids. But my health just got worse and worse. And at the time, I thought maybe I'm just out of shape or something. And so I tried to join a gym, but just within a couple of weeks, less than a month, I canceled my membership. And the reason is because I got sick. I wasn't out of shape. I was really sick. And that's when they found the massive tumor on my kidney. So there was nothing I could do to, quote, improve my health by exercising. So I went from enjoying and loving playing sports and participating in sports to being unable to do that. And that's where I'm at now. Well, they're finally wheeling him off. Yeah, they've got him completely strapped down and locked in place. His arms and everything. Well, he got one arm up. His left arm is down. Wow. Hope he's all right. First and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 29-yard line. They're going to have just about a minute and 38 seconds left before the half. They're down 23-7. Petrie in with that huge safety helmet on. There's the snap. It's going to be a run right up the middle. Gets bounced back. Tries to go out to the wing. Picks up about 2. Second down and 8. Robert, I haven't heard any updates yet on Woody Marks. Last time I heard something, they just said he was questionable for returning to the game. Pass over to the left side. Was it caught by Wilson? Yeah. He hauled it in, and now Wilson is not getting up. Slow. Okay, now they're going to say it's incomplete. Yeah, it's incomplete. I think maybe he's hurt because he landed on the ball. He lands on it right in his belly. But now he's all right. He's coming off the field. 3rd down and 9. Great opportunity to stop. Maybe the Texans can get the ball back and kick another field goal before the half. How about that? We'll see. $1:13 left before the half. Brissett from the shotgun. 3rd and 9. Some pressure by the Texans defense. He gets the pass off and it's caught. McBride is able to catch it right on the sideline. He's like the only guy that can get anything today, I guess, for Brissett. He barely got that. Man, he got clobbered, Brissett, and just barely got it into his hands in time. Man. First and 10 from the 50-yard line. 1:13 left. Here's the snap from the shotgun. He goes right down the middle. It's up in the air. No, almost a chance to intercept that ball. Lassiter breaking it up. The ball going up in the air. Or is that just deflected? No, that was just deflected off the receiver. Lassiter didn't know it was there. Ball came right down between his legs. If he had turned around and seen it, he could have caught it, I think. 2nd and 10. Brissett in the shotgun, man to his left. 2nd and 10 from the 50. He's going to throw it. Goes over the right side. They say it's not caught. It's to McBride. McBride's kind of bickering about it, but it looks like it's in the grass. It looks like a catch. That's going to, I think that's a catch. Yeah, the ball was actually tipped by Hunter on the way out of the hand of Brissett. Good defense, but they're going to stop and take a look at it because McBride actually caught that ball and got his hand underneath it. I think that's going to be overturned. I think that's going to be a catch. I mean, it's just a 2-yard gain, but still, you know, it's another down. But they'd have to use a timeout to stop the clock if they get it. But they're reviewing. It's a booth review now. Yep, they just changed it to a complete catch. 3rd down and 8 at the 48-yard line of the Texans. All right, come on, let's get this going. That took way too long. Brissett has a man on the right side. Hey, he stopped just shy of the field goal range marker and a couple of yards shy of a first down. Fourth down. Fourth down and 2 yards to go. What are they going to do here? 40 seconds left in the second quarter. They got their kicker warming up on the sideline there, but it looks like they're going to try. Yeah, they're going to try to go for the first down and move that ball closer. Oh, by the way, that was the Texans that called timeout there. That's strange. Could have just let the clock roll, forced the Cardinals to call a timeout. From the shotgun, Brissett looks around and he gets taken down by Hunter. Is that Hunter? Maybe I was wrong. No, it wasn't Hunter. It was Autry. On 4th and 2, the Texans don't give him any time to look around, and Autry just takes him down. Man, just muscled through his guy. He's like, just get out of my way, doofus. The battle of the cattle, baby. Turnover on downs, Texans ball. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Let's see, how much time do we have here? 35 seconds. Stroud's going to run to the right side. He's got a man. Hey, look at that. They pick up a first down. Texans immediately call a timeout. He did pick up the first down. 1st and 10 in Cardinals territory. And now the Texans have the opportunity to move it forward a little bit and try to get that field goal. Fairbairn warming up on the side now. Ball at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Stroud in the shotgun. He finds a man on the right side. They pick up about 4 yards before he's knocked hard out of bounds. What? He was not out of bounds? Texans have to use their last timeout. Was he? Oh, so if he's going backwards, the clock doesn't stop when he goes out of bounds. That's kind of weird. I didn't know that. Never heard that before. Second down and about 6 from the 38-yard line of the Cardinals. Stroud in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Right up the middle, they're going to run it. Ogbowale ran up the middle. They're just going to spike it right here and then go for the field goal. 5 seconds left or so. It'll be a 50-something yard attempt for Fairbairn. Bart says, I heard you say you built this view and I like it. You focused on the important stuff. I appreciate it, Bart. And I know it seems simple, but you would not believe how long it took just to get this functioning and working properly. It was so many hours of work. Even working with AI to do it, it was really time consuming. But I appreciate you noticing that. Thank you very much. Here's the kick. And it was partially blocked. And it rattles It rattles down into the end zone. That's a blocked kick. Yep. And that's going to be it for the second quarter, and that's it for the first half. Oh well. 23-7. I'm not going to complain about that first half. That was a disappointing end of the half, but good stop by the defense. And a good result. Texans up by 16 points. Pretty good looking game so far. What do you guys and gals think? Let me pull up the NFL scoreboard for you. I will leave this on the screen. While I'm in there, I'm going to go in there and heat up some water. I'm going to get some hot water and heat up something for my throat. And I'll be right back. You can check out the scoreboard while I'm gone. And I'll be back in just a few moments. But I think I can play something for you. Let's see. I'll play a song while I'm gone. How about that? There we go. I'll play this song while I am taking a restroom break and making myself some hot water. I hope you enjoy it. Here goes. This is a song that I wrote. The lyrics are all mine. And I used some tools online, an AI tool, to create the music. But I did write the lyrics because I'm a writer. I hope you can enjoy it. I'll be right back. And go Texans.
Some say life's a test, and once we give it our best, we'll be able to move on to a radiant dawn in heaven with God and his wondrous things, on streets paved with gold and the joy that he brings. Still others yet say that life's a replay, and what we do day to day will be redone in some way, recycled, reborn, reincarnated to grow, and after living as all, then the truth we can know. What have I to learn when I am the source? I am the undying fire and the universe force. There's nothing to grow, and I already know. What have I to fear when I am the God? I am the life of it all, and my glory's the mod. I need not surrender, only remember who I am. Life's filled with distractions and too many actions that are taking our eyes from the truth in the skies. We cease to look up and live as pretenders, believing smoldering ember. No study is needed, just simply remember. I have nothing to learn when I am the source. I am the undying fire and the universe force. There is nothing to grow. I already know. I have nothing to fear. Yes, I am the God. I am the life of it all, and my glory's the moon. I have not surrendered, only remembered. I am God. I am God.
Wow, man, it is much colder in the kitchen than it is in here. I've got some miso soup prepared in the bowl. And I've got my tea prepared in the cup. Mint tea with lemon. And that's what I'm going to have during halftime here in just a moment. A little bit of miso soup. Hot miso soup and then some hot mint tea with lemon. But before I do that, we'll try to do a couple of things right quick. One is look at the scores around the NFL, as you can see on the screen right now. I'll read off the scores to you. And then I'll take a look at the whoops, one second. My girl is covering up one of the scores. There we go. That's good enough. Let's take a look at the scores, and then we'll look at some of the stats from the game. And then I'll try to quickly wolf down my hot stuff, my nice hot soup and tea. Actually, the tea is for the game. The soup, though, I need to drink during halftime. Let's see here. Bart says he only misses outside 50 yards, but this was a block. You're right. You're right. I don't have any complaints about Fairbairn. I think he's a good kicker. That one, I mean, the further out you go, the more of a line drive you have to kind of kick it, right? You have to change your trajectory a little bit, and it makes it a little harder. Oh, I didn't bring the scoreboard back up. No wonder. I was waiting for it to come back up, and I forgot to change it, but that is now solved. Really quick look at the scores around the league. Really fast. I'll read them off as quickly as possible. Okay. So the Falcons and Buccaneers. The Falcons over the Buccaneers 29-23. The Jaguars are beating up the Jets at halftime. Holy cow, 31-10. The Eagles beating the Raiders in the third quarter with 6 minutes remaining, 17-0. Commanders over the Giants 22-7 at halftime. The Patriots over the Bills 24-14 in the third quarter with 9 minutes to go. Chiefs barely over the Chargers 13-10 at halftime. Ravens over the Bengals 14-0 with 13.5 left in the third quarter. The Bears over the Browns 14-0 with 14 minutes left in the third. Remaining games on the schedule today have not started yet. Now, just real quick, let's jump back over to the Texans scoreboard and how about we look at some stats from this game? Total yards. Texans 230, Cardinals 94. Passing yards. Texans 177, Cardinals 68. Rushing yards. Texans 53, Cardinals 26. Yards per play. Texans 6.6, Cardinals 3.6. First downs. Texans 13, Cardinals 7. Third down efficiency. Texans only 3 for 7. Cardinals 3 for 6. Fourth down 0 for 1 for the Cardinals. Total plays 35 Texans, 30 and 26 for the Cardinals. One sack against the Cardinals, which was on that fourth down and 2 attempt, or fourth down and right there before halftime. 2 punts for the Cardinals, none for the Texans so far. 24 yards of penalties for the Cardinals and 15 for the Texans. 1 fumble loss for the Cardinals. No interceptions so far this game. Ball control has been pretty good for the Texans so far. Steve says, great song, Little Brother. I say Little Brother because I'm sitting one. Nice. It's funny because I have a subscriber who calls me uncle. So I call him nephew. So now I have an older brother here too. Hilarious. Steve says, like your coverage of the game, hang with it. You'll get a following, just good folk. Thanks. I appreciate that. As like I said before, as long as I'm able to keep my health up and keep doing it, then I'll be here doing all of the Houston Pro Sports team games. Okay. That's interesting. The Woody Marks touchdown earlier, they ruled it a fumble, recovery, and score for Woody Marks. That's interesting. I'll be right back. My hot water's ready. Let me go grab it. Well, it looks like I was not able to get my tea and my soup made, much less get that soup consumed before the start of the third quarter. Cardinals with the ball, 2nd and 3 from their own 32-yard line. I'll get caught up. It's a run right up the middle. Third and 1. Just a little shy of that first down. Another run right up the middle, and they don't get it. Hey, how about that? Brissett tried to take it himself right up the middle, and he wasn't able to get it. They did a quick snap, didn't work. Texans set up a wall. Let's take a look at it here. Nice. They're going to go for it. How about this? On their own 34-yard line, they're going to go for it. 4th and 1, less than 1. Here it is, another push, and they get that one. Man, how nice would it have been to stop them right there? Oh, that was... Whoo, man. Texans could have gotten another touchdown out of that, been up 30-7. Playing with fire right now, the Cardinals are. 12:55 left in the third. Here's a snap, 1st and 10. Brissett over to the left side. He's got his man, plenty of room. Picks up about 15 yards, maybe 14. All the way down to the 49-yard line. Big first down there. Big gain. They've had a few of those this game. Little toss to the left side, a little bit of blocking. Some space. 15 to 18 yards on those plays. Uh-oh, looks like we got another big play coming up. Brissett drops back. He throws down the middle. He's got a man wide open all the way down to the 35-yard line of the Texans. His target was Wilson. Bocelli, they took him to the hospital, and they said it is a neck injury, but he has full use of all of his extremities, so that's good news. That was the update. Still haven't heard anything about Marks. Hand off on the right side, goes nowhere. 2nd and 10. Yeah, actually, Steve, I will say that the channel was growing pretty fast for a while. It went from just about 280 to 1,000 really quick. Baseball was really kind of taking off, and then when it got into the NBA and NFL season, it's been so excruciatingly slow with growth. My income from the channel has gone from, wow, I can actually support myself with this, to, wow, I'm in trouble. Little throw on the right side, picks up about 6 yards. 3rd down and 4 from the 29-yard line of the Texans. Brissett in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He tosses it on the right side. His man is wide open. And down to the 11-yard line is Wilson. Texans had such a big opportunity. Stingley blows the coverage against Wilson. Overruns him. His man stops. First and 10 from the 12-yard line. 9:40 left in the third quarter. Brissett in the shotgun, man to the right. Here's the snap. He's going to roll out to the right side. Doesn't have anybody. He's going to run it, and he runs it out of bounds. There's going to be a flag. Yep, holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down. Yeah, you can see it on the left side there. He's got a hold of his jersey. As soon as Brissett started to run out of the pocket, Adams is the one who had him. Just had a fistful of his jersey. You got beat, bro. You can't be doing that. First and 20 from the 22-yard line of the Texans. Brissett throws it in the dirt at the feet of what looks like McBride. Good pressure. Good coverage. Brissett had to get rid of it or take a sack. And so he just threw it at the feet of McBride. Third down. I'm sorry, second down. I was thinking third down because of the penalty. Second down and 20. 9:01 left here in the third, guys and gals. 23-7 Texans. This is now an almost 6-minute drive and 53 yards for the Cardinals. Brissett drops back. He's going to go down the field into the end zone. It's intercepted. Lassiter with the interception right into his hands. That looked like it was meant for him. Wilson was nearby, but the pass went right into the hands of Lassiter. Look at that. Woo, man. He just led his man too much, and Lassiter does a nice little backflip to celebrate. There's those celebrations we were talking about, but to me, that's an okay thing to do. You just intercepted the ball in the end zone. That's a big play. I can accept that. I can accept that. Definitely, for sure. First interception of the game for the Texans and the second turnover. Texans will take over at the 20-yard line. Got about 45 people watching right now. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream. Houston Texans, baby, at long last. Yes, at long last. That's faux show. Let me see if I can have a little bit of my miso soup. It was so hot I could barely hold the bowl. I don't know how much Japanese food you ladies and gentlemen like, but after living in Japan I like Japanese food before I came to Japan, but living here now for over 5 years. I've expanded my preferences more and more. What's hilarious is that I can go to Costco here in Hiroshima, and I can go down to the aisle where they have all the soups, and they have this big packet, this big bag, and inside it has 72 individual packets of miso soup. 72. And guess how much it costs? It costs $6.50. $6.50 for 72 packets of miso soup. And of course, one miso soup is just a small bowl. So whenever I make a bowl of miso soup, I use 2 or 3. But you're still talking about pennies per bowl, you know? Pennies per bowl. They're showing a replay here. Let's see if I can show it to you on the screen. Yeah. Perfect location there for Lassiter to make that catch. Not good defense since he wasn't in front of the quarterback. Nice, look at that. Jordan all the way up to the 35, 36 freaking yard line. Nice. Wilson angry on the sideline, slams his helmet down. That little toss out to the side gets Stroud up to 191 yards. It was a 14-yard gain or so. The ball at the 34-yard line. Handoff to the 15-yard line of the Cardinals. Man, a couple of little jukes and moves there by Jordan, and he just books it. Look at this. First move here, right around one guy, and then another move to the left around another guy, and he was off to the races 15 yards or so away from a touchdown run. What a long run. What a beautiful run there by Jordan. Good job, man. Good freaking job. Beautiful. Stroud drops back. He drops off the left side. Short pass to Schultz. Picks up about 6. Now that was Stover, my bad. Once again, I get them mixed up. I would not normally eat during the live stream, but I need something hot for my throat. Keep my coughing down. I do apologize for that. One of those things that's out of my control. 2nd and 3. Wale is in the backfield. He runs it right up the middle, just shy of the first down. Man, this is good. Stroud runs out to the wing. 3rd and 1. They run it right up the middle. Nice. And there's a flag. Stover takes the snap and runs right up the middle for the first down, but there's a flag on the play. They're calling the offense for offsides? The commentators thought the Cardinals were offsides, but they called offsides on the offense. Are you kidding me? 3rd down and 6. That was a great play for first down, and now it's 3rd and 6. Ridiculous. Refs wasting our time with that nonsense call. Stroud in the shotgun. He drops back, and he's going to throw it to the right side. He's got a man. Nice throw to... Who's over there? Ogunbowale. Ogunbowale. He's got the fun name to pronounce, does he? Ogunbowale. Nice catch, man. Hauls it in, gets the first down. Picks up just enough, maybe 7 yards. Beautiful. 1st and goal, Texans down to the 4-yard line. Stroud in the shotgun with a man on his left and right, one in motion. Hands it off, goes right up the middle. It's Jordan. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. 2nd goal to 4. Houston Texans, baby. Let's go. 53 watching. Make sure you put a like on the live stream. How many likes do we have right now? 30? It's not bad. We can do better. Stroud under center. Jordan in the backfield. He's going to roll out to the right side. He's got... Oh, I thought he had a man open. Schultz was on the right side. Doesn't find him. 3rd and goal at the 4. Come on, guys. We need this touchdown. We need to start this half off right. 10 seconds on the play clock. Here we go. Crowd drops back. He's in a rush. He gets baby. Schultz does it again. Goes down to one knee, grabs the catch. Good move there by Stroud to avoid the sack. He got grabbed by his hand. He rolled out to his left, found Schultz, gunned it in there, and got the touchdown. It's 29-7 Texans with 4.5 left in the 3rd quarter. Perfect. Care Bear? with the extra point attempt. And it is good. That drive completely set up by that long run by Jordan. 30-7 in the third quarter. Man. Who's this Texans team? Scoring all these points. I could get used to this. Going to try to finish off this soup right quick. One moment. All right. Miso soup is done. Whew. Okay. Now I can get back focused on this game. And you good people. Good job, Texans. That's right, Susan. Bart says it's hard to nickname Schultz. He only has one vowel in his name. I'd have to think about it. Unless we used his first name, right? Steve says, come playoff time, Texans are going to be the best team. They're going to be beast team or best team? It could be both. If you're the beast team, you're probably the best team. I'll take either one of those. They've already got the beast defense, the beast and best defense. It's just a matter of, man, can you imagine if we had this offense every single game? The Texans would be the undisputed Super Bowl champs if they played every game like this. Schultz with a couple of TDs this game. 4:35 left in the third quarter, and here's the kickoff. A little bit of a line drive right into the front of the end zone, and here's the return out to the 20-25. Oh, ooh, got crushed again, man. The special teams for the Texans have been nailing guys. No wonder the Cardinals have been getting up slowly or getting injured. They're going to start at about their 29-yard line. Beast mode defense back on the field. Let's see what they can do this time. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. They got one man in the backfield. One to his left. Brissett with the snap, hands it off. And they got room to run it. He runs for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4. It looks like the Bills are making it into a game in New England. Second and 4. Man in the backfield. Brissett under center. He hands it off. Man, another hole up the middle. And another 6-yard gain. That'll be an easy first down. First and 10 to the 43-yard line for the Cardinals. Come on, guys. Let's shut it down. Get that ball back. down to the Texans' 36-yard line. First and 10, Cardinals. Ball at the 36-yard line. 5 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, and there's the snap. Brissett drops back. He's going to throw. Right down the middle. Ooh, almost intercepted. Bullock on that play. Great defense there. The timing was perfect. Almost fast enough to get the interception. 2nd and 10. From the Texans' 36. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1. There's the snap. He hands it off on the right side. He's got room. Runs it for about 8 yards. Sets up a 3rd and short. 3rd and 2. Man, they really need Jacksonville to lose. Third and 3. He gets it easy. 5-yard pickup right up the middle. Soft spot in the line. More than enough for a first down. Ball at the 24-yard line of the Texans. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Come on, Texans. Shut it down. You know the Cardinals are just going to be going for the touchdown every time. It's like 4-down territory every time they get the ball. Run right up the middle. Picks up about 4. Anderson comes out and goes over to the side. He looks like he's hurting his eye. He's grabbing his face. Yeah, it looked like he got poked in the eye. Hope he is all right. That's lame. Somebody poking you in the eye. Pass down the middle, wide open is McBride, and he goes right into the end zone. Is he going to scream again? No, but he's going to strut. He's going to give us the McBride strut. These commentators are getting on my nerves. I've got a new player. Number 85, Trey McBride, blah, 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 blah. It was a basic route right down the middle. He was wide open. What was so special about that? Wasn't an amazing catch. Wasn't good defense on that play. Look at it. Decent catch, but the ball was right there. There was no defense on him. So your new favorite player, according to the commentator, his new favorite player is a guy on the losing team that's losing 30-14. Good job. You picked the wrong side, my friend. Hey, Bri, everything has a time. Now is Texans time, says Steve. That's right. I sure hope so. Beast mode activated. Beast mode activated. $33 left in the third. Texans up by 16. This game's not over yet. Texans need to move the ball down the field and score some more points. Keep moving the ball. Keep scoring. 56 people tuned in right now. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. Oh, it says 60. Nice. Arigato gozaimasu. 35 thumbs up. A little bit of a commercial break here. That last drive really helped out the Cardinals and their stats quite a bit. They're now up to 228 total yards. Not too far behind the Texans now. Texans have 315. Passing yards, 167, and 61 rushing yards. Well, I did pick the Cardinals to score 13 points. I'm only one off. And as of right now, the original score that I chose for this game was 27-13. And I know that some people picked in the 30s and even a couple of people picked in the 40s for the Texans' point scoring total. But I wasn't willing to go that high until the Texans showed me that they could actually hang in there and get those points, you know. So I said 27-13. But right now it's 30-14. Kickoff incoming. Noel is back, catches it just inside the 5. Nice return. He's off to the races. He might be gone. He's got the kicker to beat. He gets it all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Cardinals. How about that return? 70-yard return by Noel. Went inside, went through, cut it back out. Had the kicker to beat and one other guy. Tried to go around it. So close to breaking it right there. So close. Just barely got tripped up by one guy from behind. He was about to go around that kicker. Wow. Good job. 1st and 10. Stroud drops back. He's got a man. Stover. No, Schultz. I said Stover. Excuse me. That will be a 1st down. And that's it for the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, it is 30-14 Texans, and they are already knocking at the door of more points here at the beginning of the 4th quarter, thanks to that awesome return by Noel. Beautiful stuff right there. 50 people. We dropped down from 60 to 50. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream, folks. We're under a current commercial right now because it's in between the 3rd and 4th quarter. It does make me happy to see that the Saints are doing so badly this year. I always like to see the Saints do poorly. Ball on the 13-yard line of the Cardinals. That's where we're going to start the fourth quarter for the Texans, who've got command of the game so far. But I think we need to see, I would say, at least 13 points this quarter. We need to see 13 points. Since they've got the ball right by the end zone, I think that we should expect no less than 13 points from the Texans in the fourth quarter. If not, Houston, we have a problem. Come on, these commercials are too long. Let's get back to the game. Let's go. All right. Here we are. Scoring time. Texans back on the field. Stroud under center. One man in the backfield. Hands off. No, he's going to throw it. He backs up. Doesn't have it. And he goes down. That's the first sack. That's unfortunate. That's not the way to start the fourth off. Yeah, there was nowhere for him to go there. 3rd and 12 from the 17.5-yard line. Handoff on the left side. Jordan picks up about 2.5, maybe. Third and 12. Did I just say 3rd and 12 before that? Now, I think my scoreboard is a little ahead of the game, so. But it is 3rd and 12. 15 seconds on the play clock. Stroud in the shotgun. Looks like he's going to have a terrible throw here. Let's see. He throws it over the middle. Had a man, couldn't hang on to it. Bounces off of him, and it'll be 4th and 12. They're going to have to line up for a field goal. This drive for the Texans looked like so many of the other drives I've seen this season, where they seem to be moving the ball down the field really well, and then they just completely shut down right when they get into the red zone. It's like the closer they get, the harder it becomes for them to move the ball. Here's Fairbairn's kick. It's good. 33-14. 19-point lead for the Texans. Cardinals are going to need at least 3 touchdowns here to get back in this game. Don't really see that happening. I appreciate everybody joining me today. It is about 5:26, almost 5:30 in the morning. Since I've had that nice hot miso soup and my belly is warm, my throat is warm, I think what I'm going to do is go back to bed after this game is over and sleep for a couple more hours. I've got an appointment at 9 o'clock. I hope you wish me well. For those of you who are prayers, I would ask you that you pray this. Just pray and say, thank you for Brandon's good health. I don't need anyone to say, will you please heal Brandon? Because that implies that I need healing. The Bible says that when you pray as if you have already received it, and then you shall have it. So when you pray, you can say it like this. Thank you for Brandon's good health. Amen. That's all you need to say. And I appreciate that. For those of you who don't pray, I appreciate your well wishes and positive words. All positivity is welcome. The more the merrier. Come on, Texans. Kickoff coming in just a moment. 13.5 left in the fourth quarter. Starting to wind it down now, getting towards the end of the game. Here's Fairbairn's kick. Down to about the 2. Brooks bringing it back. 25, 26, and stumbles there. Cardinals will start at their own 27-yard line. Wow, the Cardinals are 15-32 since 2023. That's pretty darn bad. Pretty darn bad. 1st and 10. Brissett in the shotgun, got a man to his left. Here's the snap. He drops back. He's rushed and throws it immediately in the ground to avoid the sack. Texans were getting their hands on him. Good pressure right there. 2nd and 10. "20 seconds on the play clock. Cardinals line up. Brissett in the shotgun. Again with a man to his right. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to throw it in the grass. I don't think he did that on purpose. That was just a bad throw. Stingley with his hair, man. He looks like a slightly more hairy version of Stroud. 3rd down and 10. It'd be really nice to be able to see one of these games, especially a playoff game. Drops back for the pass. He throws it to a man right in the middle, and he gets taken down about 7 yards, 6 or 7 yards shy of the 1st down. Yeah, I think it's 4th down territory. Yeah, they're going to stay on the field. 4th and 5, a long 5. And Brissett stays on the field. The offense stays on the field. The Cardinals are going to go for it from their own 32. This is where the Texans defense can really just shut the game down and put it way out of reach. From the shotgun, man on the left. Brissett drops back. He runs forward. He doesn't have anybody, and he gets taken down for the sack. Oh, yeah, that's the best way for it to go. But there's a flag. Hunter with the sack. Going to be a holding call, looks like, against the Texans. Yeah, illegal contact against Petrie. So Petrie put his hands all over Trey McBride to stop him. Yeah, he grabbed him right there. Nonsense. It wasn't even necessary. It wasn't even necessary. He thought he was going to cut in front of him, and he tried to grab him, or he did grab him. I don't know, man. That's ridiculous. So instead of a stop on 4th down, the Cardinals get a 1st down and move the ball up to about the 37-yard line, their own 37. Brissett goes forward. He doesn't have anything, so he rushes forward for about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line. Shire with the takedown. Brissett with the shotgun. Here's the snap. He goes over to the left side. He's got a man wide open. Big hit there, but it didn't matter. He made the catch. 1st down. Now Brissett and the Cardinals moving the ball down the field. Big penalty and then big throw. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Texans. Run on the left side, and there's a flag. Looks like it's going to be against the Texans. At least that's what everybody was indicating. We'll see. Texans defense don't look happy right now. Okay, I see. McBride. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it was a cut block by McBride, and he got angry about it and just grabbed his face mask and threw him. I see. So McBride went down and did the cut block, and he fell down and he got ticked off about it, so he grabbed his face mask and pulled him and threw him. Another 15-yard penalty. 24-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Here he picks up about 12 yards, another 1st down. Cardinals still moving it down the... Hey, Bart's, thank you so much. Bart says, thank you for Brandon's health and his completed book. That's awesome. Thank you for adding that. I appreciate that. Greatly appreciated. Much love to you there, buddy. Well, looks like Wilson has a touchdown. Tossed into the end zone. Coverage was there. He just didn't turn around and look. He keeps his feet in bounds easily. Lassiter was not looking to play the ball. And they give up the touchdown. Don't let these guys, don't let a team like this. I mean, this team has now gotten 20 points, and they're going to go for the 2-point attempt here. Brissett from the shotgun. And he fires it to the right side, knocked down by Petrie. Almost intercepted that for 2 points on the other end. 13-point lead, so the Texans have given up way too much to this Cardinals team. Letting them score 3 touchdowns? No, I don't think so. That is no good right there, but 11 minutes left in the 4th. Texans up by 13. Let's see here. Steve says, thank you for Brendan's health. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate that. Bart's, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. I don't get to see as many super chats as I used to. Donations and super chats, they're way down. Memberships are down. I've lost 25 members, maybe more. I'm down to about 15 memberships right now. So basically, it's costing me a lot more. Oh, I say a lot more. It's not a lot more, but it's costing me more money to do the live stream, basically, than it is to make money on it. I guess if you figure it up, like I have to pay for the NBA package, monthly fee, the NFL monthly fee package, my internet, and all of those things combined. It comes out to basically the money that I make on my channel each month right now it's kind of a wash. It was definitely worth it during baseball season, especially towards the last couple of months of the season. But until my channel has like thousands of subscribers, if I had like 5,000 subscribers, even the downtimes wouldn't be that big of a deal. I think wouldn't be too big of a deal. But right now it's difficult. But I'm in the process of applying to try to get disability from the U.S. government. Hopefully that will work out. Because with my health situation, it's really my only option at the moment. Here comes the kickoff from the Cardinals. Way in the back of the end zone. It'll come out to the 35-yard line. And that's where the Texans will start with 11 minutes left in the game. How do we limit the Chiefs to 10 points and then the Cardinals score 20? That's just crazy to me. 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, Stroud under center. Toss back. Jordan gets the ball. He's got some room. Takes it down to about the 41 for an 11-yard gain. 1st and 10. First down on first down. Nice run. Jordan's picking up some yards this game. Man, Jordan has picked up 73 yards since coming in for Marks. Jordan in the backfield again. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Another handoff to Jordan. He goes over on the right side and up the middle. Only gets 2 yards that time. Part says the Jets are getting 20 right now. Let me jump over to that scoreboard right quick and take a look. Yeah, too bad they're down by 21. They gave up way too many points, though. Stroud from the shotgun. He's going to throw it to the right side. Jordan gets it. Jukes a little bit, and he's able to pick up about 3 yards. 3rd down and 4. This is where the Texans can't play around, you know. Offense needs to keep the ball, move it down the field. Defense needs to shut down the Cardinals' offense. It's only a 13-point game. There's still plenty of football left. 3rd and 4. Stroud in the shotgun. He backs it up. Looking for a man to pass it to, and he gets deflected at the line. It's 4th and 4. Yeah, this kind of performance right now is not going to get the Texans through the playoffs. They actually got to move it down the field. This is going to be a punt. And it's away. First punt of this game. Nice defensive play right there. Special teams gets it inside the 5. Hutchinson grabs it. He and Townsend. Townsend, the punter, runs down to give him some love. Arizona has a chance now to cut this game within a touchdown. But they're going to have to go 96 yards to make that happen against the number 1 defense in the NFL. Come on, Texans, let's go. 67 people joining in. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I feel like the closer these games are near the end, the more people come in. When the game's not close, nobody's coming in. Nobody's really paying attention. I want to go lie down and get a 2-hour nap. Will the Texans win? No more points. No more points for the Cardinals. Come on. A defensive touchdown would be great. A defensive score. All right. One of the longest commercials ever. The Arizona Cardinals, 3-10, just down by 13 points. They've scored 20 points against the Texans defense. They're only allowing like 17 points a game. The Cardinals have 20. Brissett gets the ball, throws it. He's got his man right in the middle. Gets 1 yard, immediately taken down. 2nd and 9. Why are they calling that 2nd and 7 on the screen? I don't understand that. On the live stream, it said 2nd and 7, but on the game it says 2nd and 8. But it looked to me like it was 2nd and 9. It's a very long 8 is what it is. It's just shy of 9. Handoff right up the middle. He picks up a few yards. 3rd and 4. Come on, here we go. Brissett in the shotgun. One man to the left. He drops back. He's going to throw it to the right side deep. Completely covered by Petrie. They're looking for a holding or pass interference, and they don't get it. 4th and 4. Let's take a second look at this coverage by Petrie. Yeah, Higgins ran into Petrie, so that was a good non-call. That was not Petrie making that contact. That was Higgins. Are they going to punt it? 4th and 4. Here comes the punt. I'm surprised they punted it. Noel lets it bounce, and it goes down to about the 45-yard line of the Texans, and that's where they'll start. Good field position. Let's see if they can actually do something with it. Not a very good punt. They got some ridiculous commercials. State Farm feeling silly right now about having the Chiefs in their commercials. You know they got to be feeling silly right now. Especially when the Chiefs crash out of the playoffs. Toss to the left side. A little bit of space, but not too much. Maybe he picks up 3. And the clock continues to run down. Getting down close to 7 minutes left in the game. I do appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, being here today. All 65 of you. I think we got up to almost 80 at one point today. I don't think it went over 80. Well, it looks like the Bengals have no chance against the Ravens now. Joe Burrow threw a pick 6 right in the red zone. Poor Burrow. I really like Joe Burrow. He was awesome with LSU. Man, that was a great year. Sometimes I still go back and watch some of those playoff game highlights. What a great team that was. Stroud's going to throw it. He's got a man down the middle. Come on, go, 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 baby, go. All the way down to the 28-yard line of the Cardinals. Collins. Nico Collins. Perfect throw there by Stroud. Boom. First and 10 Texans. Cardinals had another guy stay down for a little bit. Seemed to be slightly injured, but he's already up and moving over to the sidelines. Seven minutes to go. Texans line up with Stroud under center. Looks like Jordan in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. Jordan up the middle. Picks up about 3. Second and 7. Ball at the Cardinals' 26-yard line. Yeah, I'm starting to get burnt out now. I'm starting to run out of gas. I definitely need that nap. I was thinking about what I should do before I go to the clinic today at 9, but it's definitely take a nap. It's definitely what I should do. Here's the handoff on the left side. Jordan with a cut gets the first down. What a beautiful run there. Cut to the left, found the opening, and then cut again to the right to pick up the first down and a few yards more. That was nice. Right up the middle, went to the left, and right here just cuts it back to the right. First and 10 from the 16-yard line. Stroud tosses it over to Jordan again, who's on the left side. Nice little run. Picks up about 6 more. Second down and a short 5. Ball at the 11-yard line. Jordan now has 113 total yards, man. Good job. 113 rushing yards this game. Good stuff there. Stroud 20 for 27 with 250 yards. 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 5. Under center. New running back in the backfield. Ojabawale. Moves the ball to the 8-yard line. Just a couple yards shy, maybe, of the first. It's 3rd and 2. That's hilarious. They send Jordan back out. Oh, no, he's got 96 yards. His total yards, passing and receiving, were over 100. He only needs 4 more yards to get over 100. He's in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He goes up the middle, and he's got it. He goes over 100 yards. He gets the first down and almost the touchdown. Keep him in the game. Let him get that touchdown. He deserves it. This dude has come in and really done the job in Marks' absence. He only needed 4 yards to get over 100. He took that hit and kept going. Let's go, go, go. 1st and goal from the 3. Oh, what was that? What kind of a dumb play was that? That was a dumb play. A trick play that was a dumb play. There was nothing tricky about that at all. Jordan has 15 rushes today with 101 yards. Congratulations, dude. Ogunbowale was in the backfield with Stroud, and they snapped the ball directly to him, and he just kind of stood there and shaked and baked, and they took him down for a loss. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Stroud drops back. He's going to throw. He's got a man open down to the 4. It's complete. 3rd and goal. I don't know what in the world they were doing or trying to do with that trick play. Ogunbowale, he acted like he didn't know what to do when he got the ball. I don't understand why he didn't just run. Is that what he was supposed to do? I don't even know what they were trying to do. 3rd and goal from the 4. Stroud in the shotgun. He drops back. He's going to try to pass it. He's got a guy in the end zone. Touchdown! Nico Collins. (39-20). Texans. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Stroud. Nice, easy shake and bake, then cut to the left for Collins. Fairbairn's extra point attempt. He's good. 40 points. How about that? Well, the Texans scored more points than I thought they would, and they also gave up more points than I thought they would. I called this game at 27-13 and turned out to be 40-20. I mean, there's still 3 minutes left, so We could see more, but we'll see. Yep, Nico earns his paycheck. Yes, he does. Bart says Bills took the lead. I'll have to take a look at that scoreboard in a minute. I've got it right there. As soon as we get a break, they're about to have the kickoff here. But as soon as we get a break, I'll pull up the scoreboard and take a look. See what's going on in the rest of the NFL. Bear Barons warming up, getting ready to kick off. One-step kickoff line drive right into the end zone. And he's just going to kneel it there. There's Toro. (2025) Hall of Fame mascot, Hall of Fame inductees. Houston's Toro is one of them. Seattle, St. Louis, a few others. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Reset in the shotgun. He drops back, looking for a man. He's got a guy on the right side wide open. Picks up about 12. First down. I think I just heard one of the first trains of the morning rattle by. Pressure on Brissett, and he gets the ball away, avoids the sack. But they pick up almost another first down, pick up about 9.5. Second and less than 1 to go. .245 left in the game. Texans got a player down on the field on his knee. They're going to take a look at him. I'll tell you what, though, the Texans' defense have allowed way too much to the Cardinals. 308 total yards, 239 passing, 69 on the ground. Texans' performance, when you look at the numbers, were not much better in total yards and in passing yards. It was the rushing yards that really looked good. 69 to 143. Here's a handoff. They easily get the first down and pick up a couple of more. First down, Cardinals. 71 people watching right now. Make sure you like the live stream. I'd appreciate you. 49 likes. Deep man. Kind of had him there. Overthrew him just a little bit. Wilson couldn't get to it. Brissett, just a little bit too much beef on that throw. Arizona almost had the TD. Second and 10. And that's the 2-minute warning. We'll have a break. Ooh, man. 23 first downs this game for the Texans and 22 for the Cardinals. Third down efficiency is about the same, 7 of 13 for the Texans, 5 of 11 for the Cardinals. Total plays almost exactly the same, 61 to 60. 1 sack each. 1 punt for the Texans, 3 for the Cardinals. Penalty yards almost the same, 40 and 34. 1 fumble and 1 interception. Against the Cardinals. If you really look at the numbers and you don't look at the score, it doesn't look very good for the Texans apart from the turnovers, because yeah, the rushing was basically twice as much. That was a big deal. 72 rushing yards versus 143. That's a big deal. But the passing yards are not that different right now. 239 versus 256. That's a negligible difference. 311 total yards versus 399. The reason for that big difference is because of the rushing. An 80-yard difference. But all other things, all other things being pretty much equal, I have to say that I'm not satisfied with the Texans' defensive performance today. I'm happy that the Texans scored 40 points. I'm happy about that. They scored more than I thought they would. But giving up 20 points and now potentially more to the Cardinals, I'm not happy with that. 2nd and 10, Brissett drops back and he gets sacked. Hunter again. 12 sacks this season. Third and 18. Brissett drops back, looking for a man to throw it to, goes down the middle of the field, and it's picked. Oh, it was picked off by Bullock, and he dropped it. Great read by Bullock, and he freaking dropped it. How do you drop that, man? It was in your hands. He had both hands on the ball. Take a look at this. He just cut in front. Had it right in his hands. Perfect read and blew it. Fourth and 18. From the Texans' 49-yard line. Brissett drops back, looking for a man. He rolled. Oh, he had his foot. Almost got sacked. He had his foot grabbed. Was able to get it away to McBride, but McBride was covered. Immediately he was taken down. No first down. That'll be a turnover on downs. Good stop finally by the Texans defense. Finally shutting them down. They just kept letting them hang around and hang around and hang around. One minute and 13 seconds to go in this game. Texans with the ball at their own 45-yard line. Here's the snap, and Stroud kneels it. Clock winds down. One more snap, I think, and a kneel, and that will do it. Woo! I'm so ready for a nap before I go to the clinic. 2nd and 10. It's knelt again, and that's going to be all she wrote. No timeouts. That's going to be the game, folks. 40-20. The Texans win this game. much improved performance on offense for the Texans. Defense gave up a little too much, in my opinion, today. I wouldn't say they were bad by any means. But to keep letting the Cardinals hang around and then score 20 points, they're not going to be able to play today's game. They're not going to be able to play like this in the playoffs. That's for sure. Time to nap. You're right, Bart's. Real quick, I'm going to give you the final stats, and then I'm going to be out of here. I got to go lie down and get myself a nice sleep. Just need a couple hours, and then I'll go to the clinic. 307 yards versus 399 for the Texans. Cardinals. 230. Whoa. Pardon me. 235 yards passing versus 256 for the Texans. Cardinals 72 rushing yards versus the Texans 143. And Jordan had over 100 yards today rushing. Nice. Yards per play. Cardinals 4.9, Texans 6.4. First downs 22 to 23. Third down 5 for 12 and 7 for 13. Fourth down 1 for 3 and 0 for the Texans. Total plays 63 Cardinals, 62 Texans. 2 sacks against the Cardinals, 1 against Stroud and the Texans. 3 punts for the Cardinals, 1 for the Texans. Penalties were 34 and 40. Fumbles lost and interceptions thrown. The Cardinals had 1 of each. Texans 0. Good result there for the Texans offense. What impressed me most today was the offense of the Texans. I will say that when you look at the score and you look at the stats on the screen, I will say absolutely 100% I'm disappointed with the defensive performance today, because if they had played a really good team, this could have been a very dangerous game. I think if the Texans had played the same way against a good team today, then they would have lost. And here's the reason why. Because the defense didn't play their A game. And if the Cardinals can score 20, then a good team probably could have scored at least 2 more touchdowns, I think, at this level of play. And that would have put them at basically 34. And if you're playing a better team, I don't think the Texans score 40 points. So I think this would have been a loss. If this had been a playoff game against a strong team, assuming that the Texans played the exact same way at the same level they did today, primarily on defense, they would have lost this game. But they pulled it out and they won because they were supposed to, and that's good. So they move up to 9-5, I believe. Rusty says, great call on the stream today. Get some rest and prayers for your point. Thank you so much. Susan says, get some rest, prayers with. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate you. Good job broadcasting the game. Arigato gozaimasu. I really do appreciate that. I'm just, this whole time, basically, I'm trying not to cough. But I'm going to lie down and sleep. Rusty says, we play down to the opponent like they tend to do. Who does that remind you of? That sounds like we're talking about the Astros, right? It really sounds like we're talking about the Astros. But the good thing is that the offense played up today. The defense played down a little bit, and that's not very typical. Let's hope that they get their act together before next week's game. And thank you again. Thank you again to Bart's for the super chat. I really do appreciate that very, very much, sir. And for everyone else who came in today, thank you for liking the live stream. Thank you for the comments, the well wishes, the prayers, all of that good stuff. I will be back with you again, I think tomorrow for the Rockets game, tomorrow or the next day. But I've got all of those scheduled. Feel free to join me if you are a Rockets fan. And until then, I will see you next time. That's all for now. Thank you so much for all that you do. And have yourself a nice morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are on this great big earth. And that's it for now. And I'll see you next time.